Hey, today is one of the days where I ship out things that people ordered from me online. So let's see what sold today. First up is a book from the 2000s. It is a collection of Super Mario Adventures comics. Now, the comics are actually a English translation of the Japanese comics that were put out for Super Mario. I keep wanting to say Super Mario Brothers, but it's just Super Mario Adventures. It's a whole collection of the series itself, and it's from 2017. Then another book is sort of similar, but it's more of a Cartoon Network book. From 2004, a Powerpuff Girls activity, coloring, and sticker book. And here's the fun part. I was surprised to find that it still has the original stickers inside. I almost wanted to sell the stickers by themselves, but I just couldn't bring myself to ripping them out of the book. And you just love when you find something complete like this. So Powerpuff Girls from 2004. Then I got another book that sold today. This is the first book of festivals. There were an entire series of first books that were put out, and I find them all the time. And the really unique thing about them is they're random first book things. There's no real theme. Like this one is of festivals. I've had one of planes. I've had one of animals. I've had one of just things like that. It's just like first book of ships. I had one of ships. So I think it's just trying to find what interests young readers and just tell them all about it. They're actually very educational. But you know what they also are? They are illustrated very, very cool. All of the books have some sort of, I want to say Art Deco-y, 1960s type artwork. Things like this. Whenever I get these, the reason I started picking them up is because I opened one up and was like, I want that artwork. And this one even comes with the dust cover, which has artwork on it as well. So this is from 1957. Now, one thing about collecting books, which is the main thing I like to do, I really like collecting the books for the artwork and stuff. They're easy to ship, and also they're a lot easier to store than some of the toys that I have. But here's the problem with collecting these things. Sometimes when I go to list them or I look through them after I bought them from an estate sale, they have pages missing, somebody's colored all over them, and what am I going to do with these things? And as I showed you a second ago in this book, just the artwork, I can't bring myself to throw this stuff away just because it has something wrong with it. But I can't sell it to anybody either because they're going to be like, this book is damaged. But what do I do about the fact that there's still this great artwork in it? And then I got this idea. One of the things that sold today is a page from a book that I have. I had this book and the cover actually fell off while I was going to take pictures of it. So I can't sell it without a cover. But there were these great full page illustrations inside. So I cut some of them out, and in the description I just go, you can frame this and hang it as art. Because that's what it is, it's artwork. Well, someone's actually going to do that because this sold today, and I'll be sending out this page from a book called The Boy Who Ran Away from 1948. And sometimes this happens when I buy games. There'll be parts missing, parts will be broken, or the board is like all screwed up. So much like with this stack of pages of books that I keep, we'll take the parts that are inside of the game and sell those as spare parts, because some people have the classic games or they're trying to sell the classic games and it's missing just one piece. So we sell the extra pieces, and this is all just because when I bought them, it's like losing the money that I spent on them. So there's got to be a way to help people and actually make the money back at the very least. So this one is for a game called Password, and the game itself is very popular. Whenever I get a full one, it kind of goes right away. And the game itself has, I want to say losable pieces, but all games have losable pieces over the years. We've all had games in our family homes growing up. And the main thing is Password is one where it has the passwords on here, but they're all disguised underneath the red lettering. So you slide one of these cards into this little sleeve and you look at it through the red, so that way you can see the blue words that are underneath and see the password. Get it? Password. I guess it's self-explanatory with Password. So somebody must have had a copy of this or an old game that they wanted to try playing again and were missing pieces. So now I can ship this out to them. That's the vintage and pop culture stuff that I sold this week.